Hello, sports fans. This is section 3. 4.3, and we're talking about legs and bases and all that kind of fun stuff. So, looking at example number 1, and let's pray this video this video works right. All right. Couple housekeeping things to talk about. We'll talk about the legs of a triangle. Okay. The legs would be right here and right here on this triangle. Okay, your base is the third side of an isosceles triangle. Now, an isosceles triangle, this is probably the biggest thing we want to make sure we understand first. Okay, is the isosceles triangle is a triangle that has two equal sides. So here's one side and here's the other side. And you see they each are marked with a single tick mark, which tells you that they're each equal to each other. So, and then we have base angles, which they're the two angles at the base of the triangle. So, for example, in this picture, here's this. Okay, so that's all there is to it. All you got to do is look at the opposite angle going across. All right, from the legs to the bases, and those should all be the same. Okay. Also, Mr. Houston, when he made these, brought up a good point over here in this one. It says base angles don't always have to be at the bottom of an isosceles triangle. So, like, here's a side that's equal to another side. Those would be the legs. All right. Your base is actually this part right here, this B to C. And again, do you notice he has a single arc here? And there's a single arc on this angle as well. So that tells us that this is an isosceles triangle, and it tells us that the base angles are equal to one another. Okay. Let's move on to example 2. Now it says use the converse, okay? Now let's talk about the converse over here on the left. Converse of base angles. So if two angles of a triangle are congruent, then the sides opposite them are congruent. It's just working backwards. That's all it means. So basically, and I'm going to draw an extra triangle here to kind of show you. If I got a triangle, there I'm marking the bases. There's your base angles, there's your legs. If this one is, let's say 40 degrees, and this one has to be 40 degrees as well because they're equal, all right, then that means that the sides opposite of those base angles are also going to be equal to each other. So we don't know exactly how long they are yet, but we know that they're going to be the same, which brings me to this example over here. Okay, so if we want to figure these out, we know that if you're standing in this corner at this angle and you look opposite from the bases, those two sides should be equal. So if you want to set up an equation, you would just say, okay, x plus 3 equals 12. Subtract 3, and it zeroes out, and x is going to equal 9. So that's your value of x, okay? So if the base angles are equal, which they were here and here, all right, then we know that the sides opposite as well are going to be equal to each other. Do you have any questions? Well, if so, you better go find me or Mr. Houston right now. Because it's not like I'm going to answer you on the video, right? Last example, example 3. And let's talk about this equilateral theorem. It says if a triangle is equilateral, meaning all three sides are the same, it's all